KZN Future 50, powered by F&B Business and East Coast Radio, is up next. Stay tuned as we spotlight an unstoppable business shaping our future's province.
They say it's just business, but it's so much more for us as Mzansi businesses. It's about showing up every day on every street corner, B&B, barbershop, farm, franchise, and manufacturer. Because giving up is just not an option. It's about the comfort we, as over 1 million unstoppable businesses, feel from having F&B Business behind us. They help us stay unstoppable. Help changes everything. Global Finance 2024 Best SME Bank in South Africa. F&B, a division of First Rand Bank Limited, an authorized FSP and credit provider.
The KZN Future 50 with Pavlo Fatidis. Inspiring KZN's business future.
It's time for KZN Future 50, and for that we have Pavlo Fatidis from Auric. Good morning, Pavlo.
Good morning, Carmen.
Now, I'm very excited to hear which business you will be featuring today and why did you pick them?
You know, Carmen, it's one of these businesses that we as listeners so seldom ever hear about. We are so familiar with businesses that we see their product every day or their services every day, yet these businesses, and there are so many of them, this being one of them, lie deep in the bowels of the big factories and plants that make the consumer products that we enjoy every day. This business is called Lechintech, and what it does is it helps clean and treat water by adding the right amount of chemicals to remove dirt and bacteria and all the harmful substances that can completely make you ill or destroy the products that you typically would use, like tissue paper, toilet paper, carbonated drinks that you enjoy, pharmaceuticals, and so on. It is a vital piece of safety and health technology administration in these big manufacturing plants.
And something you might never think about as well. So tell me, what makes them special enough to be on KZN Future 50?
We record this and we talk about these opportunities in peak morning traffic hour time. There are loads of kids on their way to school, people looking and thinking about future opportunities and future careers. And every time we talk about businesses that are unusual, like this one, it simply opens up your imagination around perhaps a different career choice or path that you could follow. What makes this business special is we've been having major problems, obviously, with our water treatment system right across KZN. And if you think about it, they are vital in municipal water treatment plants, keeping our drinking water safe. They get used in beverage and food production plants because when you make soft drinks or beer or dairy products or processed foods, to get the flavor absolutely right means that the water needs to be perfectly pure. Pulp and paper mills, which we have extensive coverage in KZN, use it in order to make proper fiber bonding capabilities. It's an important business. It is essential to the manufacturing base of KZN, and that's why it deserves to be featured.
Pavlo, tell me, where will Lechintech be in 5 years?
With these big plants nowadays, and when I talk about a plant, I'm talking about a manufacturing process. It's all the machines and equipment that come together to enable a factory to produce, whether it be the toilet paper, whether it be pure drinking water, whether it be food substances, chemical substances, pharmaceuticals. This technology sits in the stream of water going into the recipe, the mix of raw materials that make these final products. Because it sits there, it's often not looked at frequently enough. Typically, their technology looks at the flow of water going in, constantly monitoring whether the water has its right chemical composure, and then making small adjustments. As a machine operator, literally, you press a button for go, and then you look at the product being spat out on the other side of this machine. But a good machine operator will constantly check the dials and make sure that even this technology is working 24/7. A challenge, though, is how do you educate machine operators? It can be quite a dry, dull science. And in those instances, effective education needs to be delivered with 4 elements to it. It needs to be entertaining. It needs to be informative where you learn something new. It needs to be practical. It needs to be inspiring. And whether we're using it to educate machine operators or whether we're using it to educate kids in classes or adults at universities or anywhere else, delivering it in a theatrical format that has those 4 elements to make it fun, interesting, and exciting through storytelling is what leaves a memory and knowledge and insight around the particular product itself. In this case, Lechintech's technology. If they can get that right, they will be able to resolve the issue of how to educate their clients and users in order to ramp up their sales and business performance.
Absolutely fascinating. It sounds necessary for our province. What can KZN do to support Lechintech?
It always fascinates me. Right around the world, countries look at each other, provinces look at each other, regions look at each other, cities look at each other and bemoan their fate, saying, well, that region is so lucky because it's got natural heritage, or it's got minerals in its soil, it's got oil and gas, and so on and so forth. Whereas actually, truthfully, the real value of any environment are the people that live in there. And when I look across KZN, we have got some remarkable talent. And even in many cases, that talent doesn't even realize it has its talent. And what we need to find over here is we need to connect with someone from the world of theater or the world of entertainment who can help put together a 30-minute demo of this technology that's entertaining and informative and inspiring and educational and engaging. And you can build it into a sales toolkit that Lechintech can then take to visit all its clients. If it can involve its clients in that form of education and make it engaging through the help of a talented theatre production process, then we have an answer to turning something very dry into something very exciting.
Amazing. Pavlo Fertidis from Oric joining us for KZN Future 50 this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you want to get involved in the KZN Future 50, it's simple. You go to ecr.co.za and you can find all the info on all of the companies that we feature.